Hello and welcome back to my channel. Viewers, this time's King of the Ring tournament is going to be packed with major superstars. After watching today's Friday Night SmackDown and seeing the stars who have made it to the semifinals, I'm starting to think that this tournament's final is going to be absolutely epic. So far, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes have secured their spots in the semifinals. Now only one spot remains, and the big question is, who will be the fourth wrestler? In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 wrestlers, one of whom might be that mystery man who could enter the qualifying match and grab the last semifinal spot. Remember, viewers, the situation has become very interesting. First, one semifinal spot is still vacant. Second, the fourth participant in the qualifying match is also yet to be revealed. Third, whoever enters the semifinal will be facing Cody Rhodes, because the other semifinal will be Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn. So, keeping all 3 things and the current storyline in mind, we'll now discuss 5 possible wrestlers who could take that spot. At number 5 on our list is Jey Uso. He's at number 5 because his chances are quite low. However, based on the current storyline, it does make sense to include him in this match. You've seen how his title reign ended. It was emotional and disappointing for fans. Now it's possible that Jey Uso might try to win King of the Ring to earn himself another title match. But the question then arises, if Jey Uso makes it to the semifinals, will he be able to defeat Cody Rhodes? If he does make it to the semifinals, could we be heading in a direction where we see a heel main event Jey Uso, who betrays Cody Rhodes to win? Choosing Jey Uso opens up several other options as well, like a heel turn for him. Then imagine Sami Zayn defeating Randy Orton, leading to a Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn final. Of course, only Jey Uso fans might think this way, but WWE will look at this from a business perspective, and given how big the current semifinal names are, the 4th semifinalist must also be a big name. So in that sense, Jey Uso chances are very low, but again, his storyline still supports his entry. At number 4 on our list is Solo Sikoa. Recently, Solo Sikoa's character has gone through major changes, especially since he has tried to revive his faction, and most importantly, since Jacob Fatu betrayed him. Also, Solo's presence at Money in the Bank and his character development suggest that WWE might be paying attention to him now and might include him in the King of the Ring tournament. What's interesting is that Solo Sikoa might actually win the tournament because although Roman Reigns took away his Tribal Chief title, this could be his chance to become a king, something even bigger. So the storyline supports him entirely. But one thing might rule him out: his ongoing singles feud with Jacob Fatu, which is still in early stages. Since Solo Sikoa is now focused on strengthening his faction or bringing Jacob Fatu back into the group, this reduces his chances too. At number 3 is Drew McIntyre, who is a very strong contender, stronger, in fact, than even my number 2 or number 1. The last time we saw Drew McIntyre, he was feuding with Damian Priest. Before that, he expressed his desire to face John Cena in a title match. Even earlier, he was aiming for a match against Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. Technically speaking, Drew McIntyre now has the chance to face both John Cena and Cody Rhodes. In fact, all semifinalists are his rivals, whether it's Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, or Cody Rhodes. They're all past enemies. And if he wins the final, he could go on to face John Cena. So Drew McIntyre has a full opportunity to enter the King of the Ring tournament. Looking at all these factors, Drew McIntyre seems like the strongest candidate, even more than my number 2 or number 1. At number 2 is a surprising name, Ron Killings or R-Truth. Even though he has a match coming up with John Cena on the next Raw or SmackDown, he could still appear as the mystery opponent in the King of the Ring qualifying match. Now the question is, what made R-Truth so relevant so quickly that not only did he become important again, but also landed a feud with John Cena? The answer is you, the fans. Yes, because WWE had actually released R-Truth, but fan support on social media forced WWE to bring him back. When WWE reached out to him, he agreed to return, but on his own terms. His first condition was that he would return under his real name Ron Killings, and second, that he must be included in a main storyline. Since WWE had no choice, they accepted both terms. He's already being called Ron Killings, so the first condition is fulfilled, and now he's being added to a main storyline, as we saw in today's SmackDown, where R-Truth attacked John Cena and forced him to retreat. So while he's feuding with John Cena, it's being speculated that R-Truth might also appear as the mystery opponent in the King of the Ring tournament. Now let's talk about the main event of this video, our #1 wrestler, and none other than everyone's favorite, the OTC Roman Reigns. For quite some time now, WWE has been planning his return, but then keeps changing it at the last moment. Roman Reigns is at the top of our list, and for good reasons. The biggest one is Seth Rollins. Right now, Seth Rollins' biggest rival is Roman Reigns, and it's widely expected that whenever Roman Reigns returns, it'll be for Seth Rollins. Since Seth Rollins now holds the Money in the Bank briefcase, it makes sense for Roman Reigns to have something too. And because the King of the Ring winner gets a title match opportunity, it's possible that Roman Reigns enters the tournament to grab that opportunity. Another juicy theory is that what if Seth Rollins cashes in before Night of Champions and becomes champion? Would that mean we get Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship? There are also several other theories, like Roman Reigns returns to stop Seth Rollins' cash-in, or he returns to revive the OG Bloodline and goes to war against Seth Rollins' faction. Or most interestingly, that Roman Reigns himself is the mystery opponent in the King of the Ring tournament. What do you think? And as a bonus, let's talk about a 6th wrestler, though we won't include him in the main list. Let us know in the comments which rank you'd assign him. This wrestler is Seth Rollins. Just imagine Seth Rollins' cash-in fails because of Roman Reigns, and then Rollins uses his wise man Paul Heyman to enter the King of the Ring tournament. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below.